What up, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome in. We got Duke UVA. Looks like our Duke women just lost to number one Notre Dame. Unfortunate. But I guess number one Notre Dame is number one for a reason. Duke UVA for us. I personally hope that this game actually starts relatively on time. Given that we are first up on this, what do they call it? Super Monday, Big Monday, something like that, whatever it is. Oh, I need to get a new shirt. I'll be right back. Where is it? Okay, I don't know where the blue shirt went. We're going with white tonight. It must be somewhere back over in this area. I don't know. Anyway. So oh man, we're not gonna start till 8:05. I kid you not. I mean, oh my god. Why? There's no need. There's no need for useless pregame programming. Just start the game on time. Honestly, I want an executive order that says if you say the game starts at 8 o'clock, it starts at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, say it starts at 8:05. Let us all have 5 more minutes of our lives. I could have gotten something else out of the fridge to eat. Another snack before the game. Just be more efficient. What's up, Chris Hand? Good evening. Good evening. So this game could definitely go the way of Stanford. That was a dominating win the other day against the Stanford Cardinal. I mean, Jalen Blake's 1 of 10 with 2 points for the evening. That was a miserable return to Cameron. I think everybody who's transferred has had a miserable return to Cameron. As you see here in the box score, we have TJ Power. This is not technically a return to Cameron, but TJ Power will be is on the other side of this one. I don't know why. Anyway, yes. So TJ Power has been playing sparingly here. Did transfer to UVA, has been playing sparingly. We might not see him tonight. I don't really know. I mean, he's been coming off the bench. He only averages a point and a half for these guys. He's scoring a season high 5 versus Villanova and season high 4 versus Stanford. So I suspect that, he wasn't getting many minutes. If he's not even getting minutes at Virginia, then he was definitely not getting any minutes here on the Duke squad. So anyway, Virginia, a mid-ACC team at 6-8. Their best win coming against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. That really is their marquee win of the season. They're 0-4 against ranked opponents, but do enter the game on a 3-0 win streak. So they were at 3-8 before that win streak, and Of course, the sudden departure of Tony Bennett hasn't really done them many favors, that departure coming at least before the season started rather than in the middle of the season. However, UVA's defense remains intact, at least on paper. 65 points per game is what they're giving up, and have limited 14 of their opponents to 65 or fewer. Ron Sanchez, the current interim head coach of, is it interim or official head coach of UVA, spent 10 years on the staff with Tony Bennett, so seemingly running, interim head coach, seemingly running the same system. Skylark says, welcome in, says it's packed at Planet Fitness. At least you're getting your workout in, which she loved to see. I will get my workout in right after the game. Trying to get to the gym hopefully by 7:30. My time, that is. UVA 2-2 in their last 4 home games against Duke. 7 of the last 10 matchups having been decided by 4 points or less. Of course, all of us here recall the very close, very tight, Duke UVA games, especially when they were much higher in the rankings. And we kind of went back and forth as like, oh yeah, this is a big game. It's Virginia. It hasn't really been that way of late. Ever since we did beat them in the ACC title 2 years ago. And then last year we also dominated them 73-48. So like it wasn't even close, but Duke has won 9 of the last 13. So in any case, on paper, Duke UVA is always a big matchup. Tonight, I don't know. I mean, it's a road game in the ACC. Anything can happen. But I fully expect, even if it is close in the first half, our guys will blow this thing open in the second. And we just go from there. So the ones to watch out for here for UVA, there's only 2 scorers for the Cavaliers that are in double figures. Elijah Saunders, number 2, actually coming off the bench at 11.1 points per game, and Isaac McNeely, the only actual starter for UVA in double figures at 13.7. And that's number 11 who has the ball right now. Number 9. Number 9? Either that or I have it backwards, but road down there. And let's see, UVA does have the first crack at it. They do get 2 misses here. Is it related to his brother at UConn? I don't actually know. I don't think the game stats mentioned that when I was reading it last night. I would have been like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, Duke in the away black uniforms, the funeral uniforms, and we try to go down low to Malawach. Was Sion James getting it down there. And I don't know why Isaac McNeely, I had him incorrect. So that is, I guess I have 9 incorrect. We'll have to fix that in a second. But it was a Duke turnover, actually. Good hands by Virginia in the paint. Malawach shouldn't have really brought it down, though. He should have just finished at the rim. This is going to be close to a shot clock violation. Actually, it's going to be a flush for Blake Buchanan for UVA, who breaks the ice here. And wow, it went late into the shot clock, but UVA does manage to get 2 out of that. Now going to Cooper Flagg here. He's going to go off the glass, and he will get the first points for Duke. Nice play by Flagg. So Duke looking to go into the paint on this first 2 possessions. Comes up empty on the first, succeeds on the second. McNeely going to take 3 around Proctor. Ooh, that one goes as well. Hot start here for the Cavaliers. Knipple being cut off at the baseline by Sharma. Proctor over to Knipple. High screen by Malawach. The roll well played by UVA here, although there is a height mismatch. Knipple just going to try to finish. Actually gets his own rebound after the tip out by Malawach, and he will be fouled. Trying to put up the second chance attempt. So, yeah, why is the... Knipple at the free throw line here. Why did I get number 9 wrong? Stats. That's curious. Welcome in, Nicholas. Good afternoon. Wow, I'm like off by 7. Interesting. I'm off by like 1 row or something. Something's up. Something got awfully messed up on my scoreboard here. This is the 3 by UVA doesn't go. Knipple got 2 points, both of them at the free throw line, 5-4. Duke trails by 1. We try to go down at the post again. No, actually, Knipple's going to take 3 in the corner. Woo! Look at that start for Khan. I feel like Khan has had like quiet games the last couple, but like very impactful. Like he's like quietly been racking up points. Oh, great defense. Well, it was a good attempt at recovery there by Malawaj, but a little late. I mean, Ames just better offense there, scoring up above a 7-footer. James in the ACC paint here. Gets stuck, has to get it back outside to Flag. Flag going to try to go and cut in. Oh, that could have been a foul. Gets his own rebound. That should be a foul. Oh my God, the ref is blind. What? Blake Buchanan with arms draped all over Cooper Flag, and Flag scores it anyway. I'm going to go back to that one at the 16:30 mark. Quick 3 by UVA goes there. Andrew Road. All right. I see that both teams deciding that, okay, today's going to be offense night. Today is going to be offense night. Defense is optional. Oh, get it down low. Sion James to Malawaj. Dunk it, baby. There you go. You had a UVA player that fell down. You were basically playing 5-on-4 there. And Duke takes its first lead at 11-10. So despite the 3-point shooting from UVA, Duke is actually ahead right now. Feels like we've just gotten just higher volume shots here. Day Ames here. Gonna try to work on James. Takes it from the top of the semicircle and scores that. 4 points for him. I see. There is no 6. Wow, Proctor in there with 2. I mean, Proctor's been phenomenal these last couple games. We'll get to that in a second. 13-12. I mean, the scoring just keeps on going. This has to be the highest scoring first 5 minutes of a Duke game for either team. Both teams shooting well, both teams defending decently, and Proctor's going to get called for a cheap foul, actually. Okay, so all right, I think that's actually what it should be. So yeah, Virginia with a very short bench. Okay, now this isn't a dumb question, but is it a big if we win in VA? I mean, based on it would suck if you lost. It's not really a big win. It's just like one of those, you just win it. Like, it would do more damage if you lost than it would. It would do more to hurt you if you lost than it would help you if you won. But like as a result, you shouldn't lose it. I mean, that's kind of like where we're at. So yes, this is 13-12 after the first 6 minutes or so of play. Here, let me pull up the stats real quick. Yep, here we go. We're using the UVA stats today, so it's not as good as the other ones, but both teams shooting 71% from the field. I thought that Duke had gotten more shots off than UVA. It's actually even. 5-3, 5-3. UVA has hit 2 threes, though those ones by Rode and McNeely, and Duke, by comparison, has hit only 1, the one by Knipple, but we do have 2 free throws, so that makes up a little bit of a difference there. 1 turnover for Duke and 0 for UVA. UVA has never been a team to turn it over a lot, so that's not surprising. This get like kind of thinking like 2 games ago. It's either Cal or Clemson, it was definitely Clemson, where both teams were just shooting sort of ridiculous. I mean, like, Clemson was shooting in the 70s in the first half, and Duke was shooting in, like, the 60s. Like, neither team could miss, but I hope, like, in the end, Clemson ended up, like, also shooting 60-something or, like, 50-something in the second, and ended up with a game that was, like, in the 50s. But I don't suspect that UVA will continue shooting 71% for the game, but who knows? I mean, we kind of thought that about Clemson, although Clemson is a much higher caliber team. But like I said, you're on the road in the ACC, anything can happen. But definitely a good start for UVA, that's for sure. This is as good a start as they could have hoped for, so they will definitely take it. That's for sure. So UVA inbounding here after the Duke foul committed by Tyrese Proctor. Going to try to get down a road, and it's a UVA turnover, just as I was saying how good they were with the ball. Flag brings it up the floor to Knipple. Knipple puts it on the deck, back to Flag. Malik Brown now in the game for Malawach here. That's really the only substitution that we did at that TV timeout. Knipple trying to go one-on-one here over McNeely. He does try to get over there, gets to get his rebound, and actually can't. The finish by Brown for 2. Knipple got his own rebound, put the miss back. Well, actually, the rebound initially landed in the lap of UVA, then fell to Knipple. Knipple couldn't get the miss, but Brown cleaned it up. So that's the correct sequence of events in that particular scenario here. Down low, it's Saunders being guarded by Brown, gives it back up to Rode. And there's a miss by UVA. That's 2 in a row, and Duke with an opportunity here, currently up 3. James trying to drive it, falls, actually keeps his dribble. No, they're going to call a travel. These wet floors. The wet floor strikes again. Sion James pulling a Cooper Flag and going down there on the right-hand side of the paint. So we'll give it to UVA here. Mason Gillis into the game. He hit a 3 the other day against Stanford. Good to see. Of course, everybody was scoring against Stanford, but still, you know, when you break 100. Oh, nice back cut. Beautiful deflection, actually, by Cooper Flag, who had it sniffed out. Oh, and now, after that deflection, it winds up in the lap of Tyrese Proctor. The ball is just everywhere at the moment. That was a wild sequence. And Duke retaining possession. The step back J by Proctor. Oh, my goodness! The exclamation point at the end of a bit of hot potato. Proctor calls his own number and puts the rainbow shot. Duke by 6. Saunders driving. Saunders, tough shot. Weak side rebound, Flag. Good defense by Knipple. Up ahead to Proctor. Proctor wants to put it on the deck. Doesn't. Actually gives it right back to Knipple, who's being guarded well by Saunders. Now trying to go right into the paint. Jump stop there and has to give it back to Proctor to penetrate again. Now to Gillis. 13 seconds on the shot clock. A deflection by UVA on the attempted pass. Gillis to Proctor. Couldn't complete it. My goodness. It's actually kind of it's a rather entertaining game. Both teams are being very handsy in the lane, in the passing lanes at the moment. Oh my goodness. Oh, he missed the dunk! What a back cut. That was just the opportunity squandered by UVA. That was not TJ Power. And this is another three by Proctor, who couldn't get it to go down. That was Robinson. Okay, I'll have to fix that in a second. Road trying again. All right, they get that one. That's Robinson. Okay. Anthony Robertson. There you go. So after missing 4 straight shots, UVA finally manages to hit. We gonna have a step back J by Flag. No, he's gonna pass it up to Gillis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gillis out to Knipple. This is an open 3, and Knipple delivers. Nice possession by Duke. I thought, well, good bailout by Cooper Flag and friends. And again, we are way past the media timeout at the moment. We've gone down to 10:35 left here in this first half. About 90 ticks beyond the 12-minute media timeout, and we're still going. Only 1 foul apiece between these two teams, and that's another steal. Oh, it actually ends up being a deflection as Malik Brown couldn't actually come up with it. But Virginia will have 11 seconds and have to inbound from the backcourt when we get back. 21-14, Duke starting to pull a little bit of separation slowly but surely here. A couple of missed shots, back-to-back missed shots by UVA, and some makes by Duke, and especially off the offensive glass, have gotten us in a bit of a lead at the moment, which is nice to see on the road. I feel like there's just so much back and forth rhythm in the game at the moment that you're like, the fact that Duke has actually managed to separate is pretty nice. Because both teams seem to be scoring at a rather rapid clip. But you can see the difference here when we look at the stats from that second set of 4 minutes. Remember that going in at the first TV timeout, both teams were 5 and 7. Duke is now 8 of 13, so we went 3 of 6 in that second 4-minute stretch there. UVA, on the other hand, is only 6 of 12, so they've gone 1 of 5. So Duke plus 2 in the on the baskets there, and 2 of which were 3-pointers. We are now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. UVA 2 of 3, which is exactly where they were at when we ended the first 4 minutes. So those extra 2 we were ahead by 1 to begin with. The extra 2 baskets being 3s plus 6 puts us up plus 7. Duke doing pretty well so far there, but the 3 turnovers a little bit uncharacteristic. What I will say is a really nice stat that's popping out to me right now is the rebounding, and it is 10 rebounds to Duke and only 1 by Virginia. We had talked a lot about, especially after the Clemson game, not as much in the Cal and Stanford games, where Duke had been consistently out-rebounded by opponents going into that Clemson game, and then in that Clemson game they also did get out-rebounded. But we did definitely rectify that situation against Cal and Stanford. Of course, slightly inferior competition. This is a good test on the road, but UVA really no match for Duke's rebounding at the moment. 6 defensive boards, 4 offensive rebounds. And as I was mentioning, those second chance opportunities, Duke is really making the most of them. 6 second chance points for Duke and 10 points in the paint for the time being. Points off turnover is split 2 and 2 across both teams. 3 assists for Duke, 4 for UVA. So a little bit more one-on-one ball, I think, than we've seen in the past, but. Yeah, so far so good. I think Duke really absorbing that first initial push by UVA. Of course, playing at home. This is going to be one of their most hyped up. It's probably their most hyped up home game. Like, not even UNC this year is going to be that much hype because it's like they're not very good. But they would have a chance, I guess, to beat Carolina. So here we go. UVA with the ball, 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Dai Ames going to take a step back 3. Great box out, actually, by all the Blue Devils down low. Sion James comes up with the rebound, and Isaiah Evans quickly up ahead, and a quick strike from Slim for 3. Nice to see him get his shot back. He's been struggling of late, hasn't scored. You see, he didn't actually only scored 2 points at Stanford against Cal. He got nothing, and 3 points against Clemson. So nice to see Isaiah Evans finding the range here early in this game. He's been playing decent defense, though, which is so his minutes haven't really gone down. But Sharma with a very difficult shot here late in the shot clock. He was down to 2 seconds. Another brilliant possession by Duke. That's effectively 2 possessions back to back that had gone to the shot clock, to the end of the shot clock. I was really laughing. I was reading the game notes for UVA, and they said yesterday, and they were very proud about having 6 shot clock violations on the season. And I was like, damn, like, I'm pretty sure Duke does that in the span of a week. I feel like every game there's 1 or 2 shot clock violations. And even when it's not a shot clock violation, there are times when we're taking teams basically to the end of the shot clock. I also agree with Isaiah Evans. I think this should have been a continuation, but it looks like Duke will just have to inbound. Second team foul on UVA here. Malawaj is in. Evans was to the bench here. No, still in, actually. And there's Gillis for 3. Couldn't hit that one. So rebound to UVA as Duke maintains a 10-point edge. Flag will get his rest for the time being. And given that we're so late in the... but given that, I guess, the clock has just kept running here, we're only about 50 seconds away from the next media timeout. But Flag is getting off the bench and ready to check in at the next whistle. Good defense by Knipple, and that's going to result in a steal. Too much dribbling for McNeely into great D by Knipple. It results in a turnover. Nice kick out by James to Gillis, and Gillis going to drive in there. Oh, nice into the paint. Come on, man! Oh, beautiful kick out to Knipple is actually too strong. Malawaj can't get a hand on it. Over to Slim in the corner. Evans for 3! There it is. Beautiful basketball by the Blue Devils. Actually, 2 more offensive rebounds, and then Duke managing to score. We're just owning the glass. Like, it's just being completely dominated. Just dominating on the rebounding. Incredible glasswork, let's say. It's like a Venetian master on the boards. Oh, that is a cheap foul there being assessed to Sion James. That'll send Rhodey to the free throw line. So Duke by 13. We've hit another media timeout. We're going quick, y'all. We are going lightning speed here. Very few whistles. Both teams managing to play defense without fouling. Let's see. Coffee got 1. And Sharma's got 1. Yeah. Virginia's cooling off significantly, now down to 43% from that 71. I mean, they were hot when they started. Started 5 of 7 and have gone 1 for their next 7 is where we're at. And has not scored here in the last 3 minutes and 28 seconds at all. Duke, on the other hand, is on a 9-0 run in the last 3 minutes and a 16-2 run over the last 7:08. So we have, just kind of, UVA has gone dry. Coincidentally, I believe this is going to be our final Monday game for the season, I think. We will be playing Illinois, which is now unranked, having just also... They just lost to Michigan State this past weekend, but they were unranked, as it were, in that game, too. But Duke going out of conference for a game against Illinois this weekend. Not really sure how the scheduling works there, since we've already kind of, like, had our bye. And then we'll play Miami in the Watsco Center at Miami on Tuesday, followed by Florida State Saturday. Oh, no, then we do have a Wake Forest game on Monday. Okay. Monday the 3rd, and then UNC. Okay, that's at 7 o'clock. Monday the 3rd. Okay. So actually, we're done with Wednesday games, actually. We are officially done with Wednesday games. Next week will be our final Tuesday game, and then a Monday, and then, of course, we always, Saturday is just Saturday, so 3 Saturdays to go. But after today, 1, 2, 3, 4 ACC games left. This is game 16, with Duke amassing a 14-1 record so far on the season. So we are getting there, getting to March. So we get halfway through February, right? A little more than halfway through February, actually, because February only has 28, so we're at 17, yeah. Not a lot of ranked versus ranked games between the weekday games. At Houston, at Arizona, Kansas at BYU could be interesting, I guess. Kansas now number 23. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, folks had a good Monday. We're able to get through that day, get through the day. Monday's like, it's the starting problem. You just gotta kind of get through your Monday, get yourself settled in the week. Rhodey makes the first. He's got another free throw coming up after a shooting foul on James, and he makes a second, so that's 7 for him, and the margin is now 11. Flag back into the game, as is Malawach, Evans, Proctor, and Gillis. So you got half the starters in there. Flag looking for options here. He's got 12 left, trying to drive on Buchanan. Over to Gillis, down to 6. Gillis loses the ball, gets it back outside to Flag, and Flag is going to have to take a deep NBA level 3. Can't get it. Nice offensive rebound to Malawach. Gets it out to Evans, and Evans is going to go for 3 again. Yeah, Isaiah Evans is feeling it there on a busted play. That was basically all 30 seconds of the shot clock. You couldn't have played it much better if you were UVA and you let Isaiah Evans get a 3 off an offensive board. Wow, that is deflating. McNeely with a crazy 3-pointer. Wow, that's an NBA shot. Wow. Gillis on the other side is open, but he's going to miss it there. Tip out by Malawach, too strong, and winds up at the UVA bench out of bounds. Winds up with the UVA coach, actually. Jeez, McNeely with a bizarre switch there as Malawach switches onto him. So after competing 3-point shots, or alternating 3-pointers by either team, we sit at 11 yet again. And McNeely going to take back and jack another one. No, that one hits the rim twice and manages to be recovered by Malawach here as James brings it up the floor. Proctor to Malawach. There's the screen and roll. No pass in. Cooper's going to take it himself, lay in with the left. I mean, just the dribble penetration and the length, man. He's got everyone beat. Nobody can stop him. The blow by there by UVA, good help by James, and we've got an and one situation. Who are they going to credit the Anthony Robertson? I guess they're going to call flag for it. I like it. It's kind of nuts. They're showing like all these double figure scores for people like in their game against Virginia Tech this weekend. It's like got to be like one of their best games because they have only two players that even average double figures. But it's like, oh, everybody was in double figures against UVA. What a beautiful back cut. What a beautiful back cut by Sion James and a great pass by Malik Brown to repay the favor. Kofi. What do we have an official whistle for? We're gonna wipe this down? What are we doing? Like, a fan was ejected? What? That is wild. Some fan literally just gave the ref the big FU and got ejected. I must say, I have never seen that in all my years of basketball. And the Camden Crazies have said some horrendous things to referees. And talking about doing horrendous things to your opponents, Isaiah Evans with a beautiful block, but a disrespectful nonetheless. And even more so is Sion James on the offensive end, finishing with the and one. That is something else. I don't know if it was a Virginia fan or a Duke guy. The guy was wearing a neutral green sweater. Neither team is green. Sion James completes the three-point play, and we've got a 15-point game. I'm going to rewind that and see if we can really see what happened. He came all the way down, like, to right in front of the front row there? What? Good defense by Duke, although it's a good kick out by UVA, and Rhodey is open for the three. 10 points for him after the make. Oh, yeah, okay, he averages 9 points a game, of course. Now he's got 10. Because the guys with the Duke jerseys showed up. Flag gets bumped. That should be a foul. Oh, my goodness. Flag finishes again, despite the fact that Anthony Robertson is draped over him, and Flag is complaining to the ref, as he rightfully should. He's like, what the hell, man? Like, Saunders going to put it up. Rebound to Flag. Strong rebound with both hands. Duke pressing again, or pushing again, rather. Flag on the deck. Oh, what a reverse spin. Spins again into the body. Couldn't get it. It's kind of, that was a little, I felt a little forced, but he's like trying to get the ref to make the call. I kind of see where he's going with it, but yeah, it felt a little forced. Knipple at the scorer's table to come back in. James Rhodey here. It's going to be a three-pointer by Saunders. Way short. Flag with another rebound. He is racking up the rebounds right now. Screen and roll there between Brown and Proctor. Nope. Goes to Evans. Proctor going to try again. Long range 2. No. Duke empty on its last 2 trips. UVA with an opportunity, but unable to capitalize here. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Cavs. Rhodey driving baseline, trying to put it up. Oh my God, that is not a foul. Oh my God. That is not a foul. If Duke had to leave the ACC, where would they go? Oh, Tony Bennett is in the building. He's like not decided to show up and not coach. Classy. Classy. Nowhere, Skylark. We should just pull a UVA. Okay, what happened here? Here. So, what happens here? So, try to look somewhere in this bottom corner. I don't see anything down here. And all of a sudden, he points to some dude like over here. And he says, "My timeout." Points to the guy over here. Calls out the security. It's so random. I have never seen this. And this dude just heads out. Shakes it. It's so funny. I think it's hilarious. He did give him for the lip readers out there. Yeah, they ESPN didn't cut that one correctly because they left the important lip reading part right in the middle of that. Oh goodness. I just don't understand if it was it a UVA guy or was it a Duke supporter? I have no idea. James has 2 fouls. Flag's got 1. Proctor has the other. On the UVA side, it should be 3, and it is. Okay, rebounding is Flag. Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. It is 9 rebounds for Cooper Flag. I mean, no one on Duke has more than 3, and Malawach is the next one who has the 3. That's insane. I mean, Flag has just been grabbing them all up like a vacuum cleaner. To be fair, some of them have kind of fallen in his lap, but that's kind of sort of funny. The rebounding is still just incredible here. 19-5 in favor of the Blue Devils. Still shooting 56% from the floor. UVA at 43. I mean, which is fine, I guess. I mean, 43 isn't that bad. But it is compared to when your opponent is shooting 56 and the opponent also has 6 more shots than you. Some of that's due to offensive rebounding. I mean, you got 7 offensive boards with 12 second chance points. If you just assume that each offensive rebound was 2 points, that basically means we've scored on every single offensive rebound, save for 1. Rhodey, it's 1-2 at the free throw line. Duke by 13. So Corey Alexander was just saying how nobody had scored more than 40 on UVA, but then actually correcting himself to say that indeed Stanford had. Duke with a chance to crack that. Although Tyrese Proctor comes up empty. I mean, he had that one right at the rim. So 10 seconds here for the Cavaliers. Over to McNeely. Deep three by him, and the rebound into the chest of Sion James. Over to Flag. James calling for Malik Brown to come up, and now actually going to give it to Proctor. Over to Brown. Let's see what kind of motion they want to run here. There's the screen by Proctor down at the bottom, but the action is at the top. Knipple is going to drive in, and he'll score himself. No assists needed on that one. Knipple's got 10, and that is the first Blue Devil in double figures. Rhodey has already reached 11 for Virginia in the first half, even though they've only got 26. So Duke at 41. Another deflection by Malik Brown, and it looks like he hurt his arm. Oof. Did he just dislocate his shoulder? Oh my God. Oh, I think hopefully he only got hit in the funny bone there. That is not good. Malik Brown out of the game immediately. We'll go back and review that. Doesn't look like it should cause a lot of damage, but we'll look at that. And UVA tries to go inside and capitalize, but can't. Obviously a concern right now for Malik Brown. And Flag trying to go and put two. Can't, actually. And now less than a minute to go here for UVA. We need a timeout. Oh, they missed another dunk! That's out on UVA, and that should go back to Duke. UVA has now missed two at the rim. Wow, UVA missing two. That was going to be a big one for UVA to kind of get back into it. I think they're trying to see who the ball is out on. Malawach whiffed. So Flag comes down with it. It does look like it's out on Buchanan there. It's like 50, should be about 52 something seconds on the game clock. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Duke, obviously. I don't know why they're slowing the game down, but they are. No need to. We'll keep it with Duke for now. Duke does have the possession arrow as well, so we will start the second half with possession. Flag driving in, too soft, actually. And the putback, the turnaround J, that is his shot as Flag converts another one. And Duke is up 17. We have a timeout. UVA. Timeout, Virginia. Duke timeout, actually. Duke timeout. Okay. We're going to look at the Malik Brown issue there at halftime. Double-double in the first half for Flag, as Skylark points out. It is indeed, was it? He was at 9 rebounds. He's got 11. Okay, yeah. Last time we looked, he was at 9 rebounds, but indeed he does have 11. So 10 points, 11 rebounds. UVA with a delta on the shot clock of about 8 to 9 seconds. So would have an opportunity for an offensive rebound, although they haven't done very well rebounding at all. So I don't suspect that will happen here on the final possession of the first half. Day-Day Ames here, being guarded well by Proctor. He does manage to get around. The ball is disrupted by Malawach. How about a hot potato? Nobody wants it. It ends up in the lap of Virginia. Ames for 3. Oh, he does. Wow. Off of that play, man, that's going to give Virginia a little bit of a lift there going into halftime. They'll go down into the half down 14 instead of 17. That's a big lift. Damn. Virginia might still have some life left in them. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's go back here and let's look and see if we can figure out what happened to Malik Brown. Since we are at the timeout. So Brown is going to swat this ball away here and then immediately grab his shoulder as if it was like, you'd kind of think it's like a dislocated shoulder or something, or like, but I don't understand how. He's actually points to something here in the bicep. I do sort of wonder if it's like more like a nerve stinger or something, because if you look at, so there's, oh, I don't know. He doesn't even get touched. Like, he actually deflects the ball up here with his wrist. And how would that? I don't know. That is like really weird. Now, okay. I mean, to be fair, I was rearranging a dog gate at work the other day, and I went to extend my arm and felt like, felt like I had something in my funny bone for like 24 hours afterwards. I may have hyperextended my, this thing over here. But like, I'm like 10 years older than this dude, all right? So like, actually, maybe not that much. He's like a grad student. Maybe 8. So like, there's a bit more mileage on my body than there is his. But I don't know. That looks really, really strange. So I don't know what. I'm not sure we should speculate exactly as to what that really is. I mean, that just seems weird. That's bizarre. I mean, it's obviously unfortunate because now we don't have Malik Brown in the game, and after he coming back off, was it knee, foot, knee, whatever? He missed a couple games, right? That is not what Duke needs right now. Especially as we need to be as healthy as possible, going into March. Now, if we're like really thinking ahead, okay, if there's an injury here, you give yourself a month. If you give yourself a month, like 4 weeks, you could take yourself right to like the first weekend of the tournament, right? But yeah, you really can't be having injuries here late in the season, especially not one of the caliber of Malik Brown for sure. Like that's going to be a problem. Let's take a look at the stats here for folks that have been following along. Welcome in, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening to folks around the U.S., East Coast, West Coast. This is where we sit right now. Duke by 14 after a late 3-point shot off a completely broken play by Dede Ames. It got him up to 7 points here. The leading scorer for Virginia is Rhodey, 3 of 5 and 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. The leading scorer for Duke is actually shared right now between two players, between Cooper Flagg and Con Knipple. And Isaiah Evans coming up with 9 after a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. So really nice game by Isaiah Evans. As it was called out in chat by Skylar, Cooper Flagg has completed the double-double in the span of a half. 10 points, 11 rebounds. I had that backwards. 0 assists, though, so no real triple-double coming our way. That would have been rather entertaining, unless he expects to get 10 assists in the second half, although the assist numbers have kind of been down today for the Blue Devils. Just 17 makes and only 8 assists, so we're running a slightly less than 50% assist to make ratio there. It's a little lower than what we've done. I mean, some games have been as high as 75%, 3/4. Both teams started hot tonight. The first 4 minutes went back and forth between the two opponents, both shooting 71% from the field, and Virginia has since cooled off more than Duke. Virginia started 5 of 7 in their first 5 minutes of play and finished their next 15 minutes of play, 5 of 19. So that's considerably about almost 20% in that second 15 minutes of play. Both Duke and UVA, however, shooting well from 3. As Duke is shooting 6 of 11 and UVA shooting 5 of 10. And the big story really is on the glass. 24 rebounds for Duke, 8 for UVA, 16 defensive, 8 offensive for Duke, and Duke managing to really convert the offensive rebounds into points. Cooper Flagg's been doing that. Malawach has been getting kickouts to convert to points. Very efficient. The second chance points and the offensive boards have been a blessing here for Duke this afternoon. And so far, only 3 free throws for the Blue Devils, but we have hit all of them. UVA, 4 of 5. Both teams fouling very sparingly, actually. Sion James with 2 fouls. That's 2 fouls, and then Flagg with 1, and Proctor with another 1, and that's kind of it, actually. So only 4 fouls in that first half. We had 4 fouls. We had more action in the stands, okay? We had 4 fouls for Duke and 3 fouls for UVA, and we had 1 fan ejected out of the stands. That was the sum total of action by the referees in the first half. Shire seems like the guy. Shire has been the guy. 22 points in the paint. That was obvious from the start that Duke wanted to go down low often. The 43 points by Duke in the first half are the most that any UVA team has let up. Remember, UVA has held 14 of its opponents to 65 points or less. Duke is certainly threatening to go well beyond that, but part of me is a little suspicious here, especially as we roll into the second half. That 3-pointer there might be a big lift for UVA, especially if they can get a quick 4-0, 5-0 run to start the second half. Now, Duke does start the second half with the ball, so an opportunity to go get us, 2 points back right off the bat. But if we somehow, if it's a turnover or we don't manage to convert right off the bat in the second half there on that first possession, UVA I feel like they do kind of have the door open a little bit. So that's definitely going to be something we need to watch out for here. 4 blocks for Duke, too. It has been a bit of a block party between Flag and Malawach. Yeah, 2 blocks for Flag, and it should be actually no blocks for Malawach. Really? Who's got the other ones? James. No. Caleb? No. Oh, Evans has one and Proctor has another one. I see. Okay. All right. I like the contribution from Evans tonight. Obviously, Gillis, 0 of 3, unfortunately, has not been a good shooting night for Mason Gillis. So, and then Brown might be out. So that's not good. So we got to be out, question mark. And, yeah. So that will reduce the rotation a bit further, although I suspect given how far ahead we are, we could probably use Gongba tonight. Darren Harris, if we get out to a 20-point lead, I suspect, we could probably see Darren Harris tonight too. So the man, the myth, the legend, the John Shire, and Evans is having a good game. Evans had a very efficient game. 9 points, 9 minutes, 3 of 3 shooting. For sure. I mean, it's nice to see him have a good game again. It's been a little quiet, which we talked about at the top of the show. Been a little quiet lately, so. And actually, Proctor, who's just been on an absolute tear, with only 5 points so far. I mean, he's been putting up. Just look at the box scores. I mean, 23 against Stanford, 18 against Cal, another 23 against Clemson, even though we lost, another 16 versus Syracuse, 17 versus UNC. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now back 5 games. NC State, where he only scored in the last 5 games. I mean, it's all double figures, and it's all like healthy double figures too. So. Whew, sleepy. Oh, long day. What about y'all, Chad? Long day as well? We gotta get over the Mondays. All right, I'm going to fill up some more water. And we'll be ready to go in the second half here. The pup is out. Sleeping. We cannot get the weather to cooperate here in the Pacific Northwest. Yesterday was pretty nice, but the problem is it's been really cold, and now it's slightly warmer but raining. So I guess I'll take the slightly warmer, but Catfan had the day off today. Oh, President's Day. Jay's the face. Welcome in with a Let's Go Duke. Great to see you around, man. Thanks for dropping by. Welcome in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, I guess some people did have the day off today. I did not. It was like a flex, man. It was a flex holiday. Oh, Jay's working third shift. I know about third shift. I started my career as a supervisor on a third shift. It's always no, hold on. No, it was second shift. I crossed over with third shift. That's why I know, because I spent a lot of time with the third shift guy who would come in right after me, and we would chat. Third is such an odd one because you go Sunday. It's like your weekend starts on Thursday night. At least it did back when I was working. Those guys, yeah. And then we'd sort of close up. Second shift would close up the shop on Friday at 10, and then third shift would pick it up Sunday night at 10 and go till go the morning. Trying to get his mind used to it. Yeah, it's odd. Catfan, you went to a hockey game today. That's pretty cool. Was it like a NHL hockey game? Well, no, actually, the NHL is having its All-Star break. They're just getting into a bunch of fights, which is pretty fun, actually. It's pretty wild, the fights that are going on in the NHL All-Star game. So we are being okay. So it is out with a shoulder. So that is not good. EACHL. That is a lot of letters. Hi, bud. It's just so weird to me that you stick out your left arm like that. And I guess the pass had so much zip on it that like you hit that and it just like tweaks you like this way or something. And like, oh, that is just, talk about bad luck, y'all. Ugh. Yeah, next game is Saturday against Illinois. I believe it's a 3:00 game. Yeah. So here we go. Knipple driving in. Knipple with the left hand. He's had a great first half, actually. And Knipple starts out hot. He's got 2 points. His Duke extends to 16 here so far. So this is what I was talking about during halftime, right? I'd like to see Duke come out strong, assertive, like first little segment here, not really let UVA back into it. That was offensive goaltending, except it wasn't called. But okay, Duke comes up with it anyway, because I think UVA could have had a little bit of momentum there with that 3 kind of going in the locker room at the buzzer. Flag fakes twice with the mid-range shot, and ends up going with the spin move on a roadie. Puts him in the blender and scores. So Duke 4-0 here. The pass had too much aura? No. I would not say that about, like, it's like some random UVA dude passing and just like takes out one of our guys. That is like anti-aura. It just subtracted the Malik aura and got him hurt. 3 by Knipple on the way. Not quite. Nice rebound by Malawach. If this is a score, it should be a UVA timeout. And Knipple will be a held ball, so that'll go to Virginia. We almost managed to save that one too. Possession arrow will give it to Virginia, so my scoreboard is now correct again. I don't really care about you. Oh no, Duke will have it actually. How does that oh, okay, it was called out on Virginia, I guess. Proctor for 3 from the corner in front of the bench. He's got 8. All right, UVA needs a timeout. Call a timeout right now. Call a timeout right now. Thank you. Call a timeout right. I don't really particularly care one way or the other. I mean, the UVA thing. I like I said at the top of the show, I thought there was a potential that this thing goes the way of Stanford, and so far it looks like I'm being proven right. I did expect UVA to play it, I guess, a little closer in the first half, but like, I mean, still a 14-point game, which now we've just busted this open here. I have it at 50. They're saying Tyrese Proctor's shot was a long 2. Okay. 30-second timeout for UVA. Okay, we'll see. I thought it looked like a 3-pointer for Proctor, but it looks like it's a 2. We'll see. And like UVA isn't very good this year. Like we knew that coming in, right? A 6-8 team. Like there's no reason to hate on them. They're already like struggling as it is. No reason to hate on them. Question is, if Florida was in the ACC, would they do as well as us? I'd say worse, maybe dropping Notre Dame. Would Florida, like Gators Florida? Probably. I mean, if they're doing this well in the SEC, I mean, yeah, they would be doing this well in the ACC for sure. I mean, I think Duke in the SEC, in this year's SEC, would be a very interesting question. I mean, there were times when the ACC was as good as the SEC is now with all these ranked teams. I mean, you think back to the times when you had Boeheim with ranked Syracuse teams, and then Tony Bennett having ranked UVA teams. Rick Pitino with his Louisville teams that were ranked as well. UNC being ranked. Yeah, I mean, UNC being ranked. At times, Wake Forest used to be ranked, but less so. But, yeah. All right, so UVA to inbound here. They are, in fact, down to 2 timeouts. I had that correct. Okay, they're going to give Proctor, it's only a 2, so not a 3. I guess they reviewed that at the time. All right, and so UVA going to go with a 3 here. That's an air ball, and Anthony Robertson is going to try to save it, but cannot. So out of the Virginia timeout, they get absolutely nothing. All right, Duke could be where Auburn is now. Yeah, I mean, like Duke has already beat Auburn, right? It's like the two teams are pretty much like Duke and Auburn are the two like real. I think Alabama could probably be there as well, but it might be slightly inflated because of who they're playing. It's hard to tell. Give me a sec. We got a foul here. Alabama's, I guess it's just really hard to tell exactly what, like, although Duke is still slated number 3, so I guess we didn't really move up. All right. So both of them there for CN James. He's got 7. Ooh, that's an and 1. Gonna go for Robertson. Robertson at the free throw line, and no, in and out. Flag with yet another rebound. He's got to spread the rebound in love. I will say I do not see Malik Brown back on the bench, so that's not a good sign. Knippel's going to drive in. He got blocked from behind. Flag tried to steal it, and he does steal it. Cooper Flag is going to go for the poster. Oh, he's blocked by Robertson. Oh my goodness. That was about to be another poster. That went the wrong way for us. And we got a hold, and Flag will get called for that. Wow. Oh. He got the ball. He got the ball. It's not really a clean block in a sense, but he got the ball before he got the body, so it counts. All right, so UVA sniffing around here. Okay, Corey Alexander. They're not exactly back into this game. They're down 18. Flag. Trying to get some fancy footwork, has to give it up. He will go for 3. No. Okay, this might be interesting. Ah, he's on the end line. What? A foul. All right, it's 2 fouls for Malawach there. All right, we need a defensive stop here to really stall out this momentum. Ames, no, in and out. UVA trying to rebound. No. That was last touch by Virginia. By Robertson. We got to review that. No. I'm glad we didn't break Flag's shoulder on that one. Jeez, that is just rejected like that. Let's spin this back a second. Who is this actually out on? They were both hands there. That is could be Gongba, could be Robertson. Both 21s were kind of in there. Oh, yeah, that is brutal. Hey, bud. He's hungry. 6 o'clock. I am sensing that Virginia's on a little something here. Could be. Duke's going to have to make a play. It's a good thing we got this timeout when we did here. Duke's still winning those first 4 minutes, though. 8-4. I'll take it. The rebounding margin also still in the favor of the Blue Devils here. The 29-13 as Duke continues to extend that out. 9 offensive boards leading to 14 second chance points. That ratio has gone down a little bit as we haven't been able to capitalize as much of late. Duke now only shooting 50% from the field, 20 of 40. UVA at 38%, 12 of 32. So Duke getting a lot more shots off. Actually, all of that really has to go do with the rebounding. We're +7 on the offensive glass. And then we have one extra turnover that UVA has committed. Hopefully this isn't like the Notre Dame game. Well, Notre Dame was hitting threes at such an unprecedented rate. I mean, UVA's three-point shooting was 5 of 10 at the halftime. It's now 5 of 12, so that's not quite Notre Dame levels. I mean, both teams more or less equal on the three-point shooting. Duke 6 of 13, UVA 5 of 12. It's basically just off by one make, really. All right, so as we're going back here, and UVA will pick it up with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Rhodey going baseline. Good defense by Knippel. Knippel's defense has just been so strong. He's like silent warrior here. I mean, he's got 12 points, and he's been cleaning up defensively. The rebound down to Flag. Flag thought about the three. He's going to put it on the deck. Nice pass to Gongba. And 2 points for Gongba. And that is the answer that Duke needed and we had asked for. Duke +20. Coincidentally, our scoring average, our scoring margin is an average of +20 this season. So, yeah, we're like right there. Three-pointer on the way for UVA off the back of the iron, and UVA tries to steal it. Knippel hits the deck and saves it for us as it was about to go back into the hands of UVA. Get it outside to Knippel. He's going to get rewarded with a 3. Yes! I mean, Knippel's play, guys, is just on both ends of the floor. This dude is on the first one to the floor. Every loose ball. Talk about Midwestern USA scrappy. I mean, he just works. I love it. I love it. He's definitely got the most hustle out of the entire, I think he wins the hustle award. He's just always on the floor. I don't know how he has so much energy, man. He just so much defensively, offensively. What another pass. Oh, that's goaltending. That's a goaltend as Gongba's going to get another 2 and another assist. I guess they credit the assist to Flag. They should. There should be 2 assists for Flag. Duke has a higher chance of getting a 1 seed than Bama. No, well, so that stat was a little misleading, Cat Fan, because there's 4 number 1 seeds. So, yeah. They're all getting 1. That's the thing. It's such a bizarre, one of them could not, I guess, but, I don't know. I also think it is kind of weird because of how many quad 1 games Alabama has left. I guess they're assuming that they're going to lose half of them or something. I don't know. We talked about the quad 1 games left for Duke. It's Illinois at a neutral site this weekend. And Carolina at Carolina. Duke's going to have to really try to win both of them. What a great pass by Gongba. The 3 too long for Knippel. This little passing game going on there. Oh, a deflection by Knippel, who saved the alley-oop lob. What? The kid is everywhere, man. Flag for 2. I mean, he's just playing Rhodey, man. Rhodey doesn't have a chance. I almost feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for the guy. Number 4 on UVA has just been getting housed all game by Cooper Flag. What an assignment to draw up. I mean, nobody has stopped him anyway. Decent defense by Gongba here. Actually, very good defense at the end by Gongba there. Tough shot by Buchanan. UVA has just come up empty for the last 3 possessions, and Duke continues to extend the lead, now up 25. With 12:30 to go, and looks like Evans and Gillis will get ready to check in. No, sorry. Caleb Foster will get an opportunity to check in. 4 seconds on the shot clock here. Knipple coming around. There's the feed to Gongba. He's got to put it up. Late. Shot clock violation. Good idea. Just 1 second too late on the execution. Turnover, Blue Devils. Yeah, that you're talking about the play from Knipple that bounced it off the back of one of the players there, the Stanford players. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, man, he's all over the place. Knipple and Flag will go to the bench for a breather. This is their breather right before the 12-minute timeout. A little bit of extended time there, although one whistle later, and here we are. So I suspect that they will continue to be on the bench resting when we get back. Let Foster and Gillis play this out here for a little while. We've got 60-35, Duke by 25 here. In the second, winning 17-6 this second half, plus 11. So despite the the 3-point buzzer beater by UVA to end the half and get as close as 14. That's as close as they're ever going to get this game, it seems. I don't know if there's another run left in UVA, to be honest. Maybe, but it's going to be tough sledding right now. I wonder why we haven't gotten Hubbard the last 2 games. I mean, you get Darren Harris here in a second, probably. Maybe at the after the under 8 timeout, my guess would be my guess. You can probably retire Cooper Flag for after 8 minutes. I'll let him play one more round and then retire Coop. Oh, you said Finland. I was about to say, it looks like Sweden is up 2-1 right now on the USA in hockey. It's not great, but good evening and good afternoon, or I guess it's actually technically evening here on the West Coast too. It is completely dark at 6:30. At 6:30. Which is better than what we've had, so far. We're actually working our way towards a decent sunset here. We're like setting at like 5:35 nowadays. Hopefully by the end of the month we'll be closer to 6, and then we'll flip the clocks forward and it'll be okay. All right. Back to it here with 11:53 left in the game. So when I said that this game was going to go the way of Stanford, I was absolutely correct in the prediction. It's a good tune-up game, I guess, to Illinois. But I was hedging because I was like, well, it's a road game in the ACC. You never really know. I was hedging hard, to be fair. I did not have the conviction, but this Duke team has shown up. Maryland needs to come back to the ACC. That one I'm on board with. That one I am on board with. UVA inbounding here after a kicked ball. Knipple and Flag are still getting their rest. McNeely behind the screen will shoot and hit 3. McNeely's got 9. He's 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. We'll double check that in a second. But here's Isaiah Evans, also 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Make it 4 of 4. Isaiah Evans tonight, he's got 12 on perfect shooting. And the assist to Mason Gillis. So, alternating 3-point shots, and we've got Caleb Foster being charged with a foul, as Dada Ames will go to the line to complete the and one in the 3-point play. No, we don't need Rutgers. We need quality. Come on, man. Rutgers? Like, what? We want, like, prestigious programs, right? Like, go get quality names that have been to Final Fours, won championships. Ames misses the free throw line, so UVA can't convert the old-fashioned 3-point play. Duke by 23. You know, I was very pleased to see the Caleb Foster, you know, those 12 points right at the end of the game last game. I thought that was going to give Caleb Foster like a really big confidence lift. So far, it really hasn't translated that much. Proctor gets blocked, actually, and so another opportunity for Virginia out in transition. Ames has it. And McNeely now driving on Gungba. Oh, he will block it. He'll block it with his abs, with his midsection. So they're showing the slate for Saturday here. Clemson at SMU. A very interesting game. I have been very hard on SMU all season because I thought they were a bunch of pretenders. Which was right, by the way, when we went to visit them. But they could do us a real solid by beating Clemson. So, you know, I'm just saying, SMU, do us a solid down there. Oh, Knipple hits the deck. That was the not intentional hitting of the deck. Although usually we say Knipple is first to the floor. Not in that regard. He'll get the offensive rebound off the Foster missed 3. And Knipple's still going to try to put his shoulder into the guy, into Saunders, and will draw a foul. I don't actually really know if that's a foul, to be honest. I mean, Knipple definitely created the contact. Knipple with 16. Will Flag come back in? No. I like Knipple's mom has a Knipple triple shirt. That's funny. Tony, okay, to be fair, Tony was sitting with his wife, okay? Very nice looking woman, by the way. He was sitting there with his wife, and I guess she must have gone off to go buy water or something. But yeah, they caught him at the wrong time. Saunders gets 3, his first points of the evening. $22 points, still the margin, as every time Virginia makes a bucket, Duke just gets one back. High screen there by Malawach. Oh my goodness, what a pass by Gillis. And then Isaiah Evans with the repositioning! And another 3, that's 5 on the night! Oh, incredible. What a game by Isaiah Evans. Actually, the pass was just something else here. Saunders again for 3. No. Knipple recovers, saves it right before he goes out of bounds on the baseline. Evans threatening again. Going to give it to Foster. Foster still looking. Evans from deep. Heat check. Oh, no, way off. Way off. Malowicz trying to tip it out, but the rebound is corralled by UVA. It looks like Cooper Flag is at the scorer's table. I guess he'll check back in. I'm not really sure why. They could just leave him until the after 8 timeout, but I guess, sure. There might not be a whistle before then. Rhodey. Oh, no, we do have a whistle right now as Gillis allows the ball just to go out of bounds. Flag will replace Gillis. Hey, bud. Malowicz to James as James brings it up the court here. And now over to Flag, over to Knipple. This is basically your starting 5 minus swap Evans for Proctor, or Proctor for Evans. Oh, what a beautiful feed by Con Knipple, the assist. Sion James with a beautiful cut. Sion James off the ball is just as good as Sion James with the ball. I mean, what a get in the offseason, man. That transfer portal is just working. It was really worked for us this season, man. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, it's a fantastic, fantastic set of pickups. Double Devil. It usually took 70 to beat old Tom Bennett's boys. Now with 8 minutes to go, we've reached it. Yeah. To be fair, though, I did say this at the beginning of the broadcast. UVA is still holding teams. Their scoring defense is an average of 65. So, in theory, the 70 is still valid. But, like, for us, like, we were definitely just going to get there. It was inevitable we were going to get there. So, the rule of 70 does still apply against UVA. It's just like, I mean, the game's just not even close. I mean, UVA's shooting is down to 36% right now. They started their first 5 minutes at 71, right? And now we're down to 36. Let's look at how how far south this has gone for UVA. The first 5 minutes of basketball was 5 of 7 for UVA. Okay, that's 71%. And yeah, I still have a TI 83 from like way back in the day. Because you know why? Because it still works. Okay. And now we're 16 of 44. So we've made 9 baskets, and 44 minus 7 is going to be 37. UVA is 9 of its last 37, which is 24%. Okay? That is like, that's bad. That's not going to get it done, is what, did that actually show up? 24%. It does. Look at that. 24%. That is just not going to get it done, all right? Despite the fact that they're 7 of 18 from 3. Like, it's not a bad 3-point shooting performance for UVA. That's about 40%. They got 2 guys that shoot it at 40 and 42. Half their shots are from 3. You know what? They'd say, well, that's pretty good. They just haven't made any. Duke is just 38 to 16. I mean, 28 defensive rebounds. I don't know, man. 28, 40. So 16 minus 44 is exactly 28. I mean, that basically means that we've cleaned up every single UVA rebound. Well, that's not exactly true because UVA somehow has 3 offensive boards, but then I guess they can offensively rebound it and then we can get it back. But like, Oh, anyway. 7:18 left. 1 TB timeout to go. We might actually end on time. Actually, probably not. Maybe. I doubt it. Depends how much the UVA wants to actually, like, fight this thing out or if they just want to roll over and die. But the concern, of course, tonight is going to be Malik Brown. I mean, we've had some great performances tonight. Knipple has been sensational, 17 points. Isaiah Evans has just been like clockwork. I mean, 5 of 5. No, sorry, 5 of 6. Okay, he missed one. 5 of 6. But of course, we got to be thinking about Malik Brown here with the shoulder injury. It could be some. We saw Sion James had a bit of a shoulder injury earlier this season too, came back relatively quickly. Hopefully it's not very serious. We're going to miss him for Illinois, though. I mean, that Illinois game is a big game. We're going to have to somehow win Illinois without Malik Brown. That's not great. The UVA fans are clearing out. At this point, they're just here to watch Cooper Flagg, and whatever the last Cooper Flagg plays is probably going to send them to the exits. It's another timeout for UVA as we get a double team trap off the inbounds here. Shire very content in the huddle. Stanley Borden got to step up. I mean, Mason Gillis is the one that's going to have to step up, to be real. I mean, if Caleb Foster has a good game against Illinois, we'll take that too. I mean, your 5 starters are going to be what they're going to be, right? But yeah, that. I mean, we could have folks we could have Gungba step up for sure. Gillis could step up. Evans could step up. I mean, 15 points tonight. Probably would have been better to have them against Illinois. You still survive this game if you don't have the 15 points high off the glass, goes Rhodey. He's got 15 tonight. And 25-point margin here for Duke. So UVA able to complete the play off the inbounds. Cooper Flagg going to go one-on-one. Put it up with the right hand and a beautiful little touch there. A little teardrop. And it converts. I actually don't really know. How did Foster lose his confidence? I don't know, man. But I thought he got it back against Stanford. Just flip the box score for a second. He got 10 points. Caleb Foster got 10 points against Stanford. And, the 10 points came in the end of the game. They just go bang, 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 bang. He, scored 10 points instantly. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really unfortunate. I have to say, though, I'm not quite sure what to do for a thumbnail for Saturday because, Illinois fighting Illini. I understand a fighting Irish, that, and there's, a leprechaun. But, what is, the mascot for Illinois, anyway? We got to look this up at the next TV timeout here. Proctor to Flagg, gonna clear out the side, one-on-one. Oh my God, he just put number 5 in the blender. Coffee gets completely wrecked and is forced to foul Flagg as he'll go to the free throw line. It's a native warrior. We sure we're not confusing it with Florida State? Tallahassee. Oh, Coop. Finally missed one. And flag goes it's the second one. Apparently the students wanted free bacon. It's a native. All right. I mean, it sounds a little strange, but I guess we'll go for it. We'll read up on it here at the end of 4. 2 points for Robinson, and back and forth we go, side to side. 5:51 left in the game. Let's just see what the exhibition yields. Maybe there's a good Cooper flag play yet, or maybe Isaiah Evans will get another 3. What will the final margin be? And here is flag for 3. That looks short. Yes, it is. Rebound unable to be corralled by Malawach. 3-pointer by McNeely. Quick shot. And he makes it. 12 points from McNeely, and UVA has pulled to within 21. So UVA has not decided to surrender. Very well. We shall take no prisoners. Evans driving in. That should be continuation. Oh, they're going to get McNeely. The belted kingfisher? It's the belted kingfisher. What are we spewing? What? Flag off the inbounds. Coffee tried to steal it from him. That looked very clumsy. He couldn't do it. Knipple over to flag. The deflection. And now Gungba going one-on-one. 21 on 21. Gungba just backs down Anthony Robertson. Too strong. Maryland would be fun. It's what the I of U students want. Okay. The U of I students want. Day-Day Ames, step-back jumper. UVA has made its last 4. Duke has also been scoring, and so the lead hasn't gone anywhere. Looks like UVA will crack 60, though, so... Proctor on Kofi. Oh, that's a travel. Knipple travels here. Right in front of the ref. And flag will check out of the game at the 4:06 mark. That might be Cooper's final... I think that's the last we're going to see at Cooper. And Knipple will also check out. And Darren Harris is in! So we get Darren Harris time here with 4 minutes left and up 21. Day-Day Ames. Harris going to try to get a rebound. Oh, a lot of deflections, and it'll be out on UVA. And back to Duke, 3:53 to go. Okay, so... Belted Kingfisher sounds like a bird, to be honest. Oh! The University of Illinois mascot is a belted king. Okay, it's literally a bird. The university retired Chief Ilinowick. Maybe. Pronunciation. In 2007, a year before I got to school, and has not had an official mascot since. Huh. So, unofficial is a belted kingfisher. All right. The belted kingfisher is the only kingfisher species native to Illinois. The female belted kingfisher has orange and blue coloring. Well, that works. Okay. I wonder if they got lucky or if that just actually works. The kingfisher movement began in 2019. All right. So it's acknowledged by the student government. They've endorsed the kingfisher. Okay, all right, I see. So chat was right was right in both cases. They originally had Chief Illinois as the mascot. Interesting. Okay. Overwhelmingly endorsed the Kingfisher, voting 105 to 2. All right. Let's see. So yeah, it was like a native guy. That's actually really cool. They had a dude dressed in native gear. Okay. Okay. So this Kingfisher, okay, this I guess is unofficial, but they have this bird thing going on. So Skylark says Maryland is a sleeper team. Oh boy. Are they supposed to be in our region or something? So, okay. All right, so we need belted Kingfishers for Saturday. All right. We can make it happen. So we need a Blue Devil with some Kingfishers. All right. Sounds good. That's easier than a Native American chief, I think, for the AI. Although I bet the AI would do Native American chiefs very well. All right. Final 354. Here we go. Gillis in the game. Proctor still in the game. Gungba in the game. Proctor going to take 3 in and out. And a rebound by Virginia's Anthony Robertson. I don't want to see any shots with more than 10 seconds on the shot clock here for the rest of the game. Just kill the clock, y'all. I mean, they're not going to make up 21, but like... And Proctor fouls there. That's McNeely. McNeely will go to the line for 2. $17 points and 14 rebounds for Cooper Flagg. I think, as Chad had pointed out, he had 10 points and 11 rebounds at halftime. So he had the double-double, but like, still, it's kind of crazy. Like 14 rebounds. And McNeely makes them both, so at least it's no longer a 20-point game. I mean, Cooper Flagg leads, or he's tied with Concanipple in points. He definitely leads in the rebounding category. He's doubled up the next guy, which is Kahn, who had 7. So it was Flagg with 14 rebounds, Kahn with 7. Those numbers won't change. They're both on the bench. And Foster will go to the free throw line here on a foul by number 7, Ames. And who else we got? 2 assists for Flagg, 4 assists for Proctor. The 4 is the team high there, and actually 3 assists is for Sion James, only 1 turnover. So that assist to turnover ratio keeps going up. Foster misses the first free throw, and I guess the students will get free bacon if he misses the second. Oh, man, you see Malik Brown back on the bench in street clothes there with a sling on the left arm. That is not a great scene. Three-pointer no good there by UVA. That was Ames. And Duke Foster wanted to push into the paint, gives it to Gungba. Gungba gonna fake and will muscle his way in. 8 points for Patrick Gungba tonight. Looks like TJ Power is actually back in the game. There's your Duke transfer. Skylark with the says we miss you. I don't really know. I mean, maybe on like an emotional or like if we're trying to be nice about it, I guess we could say so, but like not really. I mean, look at who we got to replace. We got Knipple, we got Flag, we got Brown, we got Gillis, Isaiah Evans, Sion James. I'm okay with how that trade turned out. And Duke and UVA extending the game now as free throws being taken. Could Gungba stay? Yes. Yes, I think so. I think, yeah, for sure. I think Malawatch is definitely good enough to go. Gungba just hasn't had enough playing time. Needs to still develop. I think he's kind of developed slower than what I had expected. Obviously, he was injured at the start of the season, right? Foster going to go for 3. Step back, Jay. No. 2 minutes to play here. Duke by 20. Ryan Young. Oh, man. Ryan Young. I think we've also upgraded, though. I think we have upgraded from Ryan Young. Darren Harris gets called for another foul. Well, at least Skylar got a picture with him. There you go. I mean, he did interesting podcasts, I guess. Is he even playing anywhere? Both free throws are makes, and we're at 78-60. Isaiah Evans still in. 5 of 6 for the afternoon for 3. Foster shooting 3 again. Couldn't make it. Darren Harris should return Ed Evans. I hope Evans returns because he declares. Yeah, Evans. Yeah, no. Evans definitely another year, and to really sort of develop more than just the 3-point shot. We've seen Isaiah Evans actually have some semblance of a 2-point game, which is nice. There's a block. Great effort by Isaiah Evans. The block is corralled by Caleb Foster, and Evans. There's the drive. We were just talking about it. Isaiah Evans with 17, like, he has so much potential. For sure, Isaiah Evans has so much potential. So you got 3 Blue Devils with 17 points tonight. Flag, Evans, and Knipple. UVA corrals their missed 3-pointer here. And we have Gungba committing a foul. I don't know why. But anyway. And all the UVA players and, all the UVA fans have made for the exits. They're leaving. They're leaving. Looks like Caleb Foster and TJ Power are exchanging pleasantries there at the along the sideline there, waiting for the free throws. All right, and Foster's going to grab it here with 20 seconds left. And that'll be just dribble it out. Duke by 18. Ryan Young is currently putting that NBA to use as a business consultant. Oh, yeah. So, Duke by 18 tonight. Good tune-up game for Illinois this weekend. We will be right back here on the channel for that one. The game will be at... Oh, it's a nighttime game. It's at 8, so it's prime time. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe and come back for that. That should be a good one. It's going to be no Malik Brown. I doubt that shoulder injury is going to resolve itself in the span of a week. But that is going to be the big storyline. Flag with 17 and 14 rebounds. Isaiah Evans, 17 points on 5 of 6 from the beyond the arc. Con Knipple did everything. 17 points on 5 of 12 shooting, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Perfect at the free throw line, 7 rebounds, a bunch of steals and deflections and everything. I mean, what a stat. Like, 1 steal, a bunch of other deflections. I mean, the hustle plays by Con Knipple were tremendous tonight. I love it. All in all, Duke, 53% from the floor. 31 for 59, 39% from 3 on 9 of 23. Not bad on that one. UVA just couldn't hit the ocean. 20 of 52 after that first little stint. They had 5 buckets in the first 5 minutes of play. All right? The next 35, they hit 15. They hit 15 for the next 35. I mean, you'd expect they got to 20 and 52. You would have expected that pace. They got 20 in like, first half. But anyway, they couldn't do it. So the rebounding story really is the big one here. 41 to 21. Duke plus 20 on the boards. Duke plus 18 in the score column. Duke everything tonight. That's going to be it for us tonight. I'm going to go hit the gym. And after that exciting win, next 4 out. Looks like, I like this. Carolina, freeze it. Freeze it! Freeze it, freeze it. There it is, there it is. Where is it? Oh, come on. What? Really? All right, fine. I'm going to do it the hard way. I can't even take a screenshot. I hate this stuff. Forget it. Basically, Carolina's well on the outside looking in. The first 4 out, though, they say SMU, which is an interesting one because, remember, SMU and Clemson have to play this weekend, so SMU is going to have to beat Clemson to find its way into the tournament. SMU could be very motivated this weekend and do us a huge favor by giving Clemson another one in the L column. Okay, that's it. I'm off. Gym and dinner. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for the chats, as always. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you Saturday. And as always, go Duke. Good night.